Hey everybody, it's your girl Bondy Blue and I am back for another Love After Lockup. Before I get into it, I want to remind you guys to become members to my channel if you're already a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, become a subscriber, and then once you love me the way the rest of my bonbons do, you can then decide if you want to become a Patreon or a member just to support your girl's channel. YouTube be tripping sometimes, so we need the support of our watchers, our viewers, our members. So I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all having a good weekend, and let's go ahead and get into these notes. So Angela calls her best bud Tommy because she wants him to go with her to look for Tony. Right when she's on the phone with Tommy, she gets a call from a federal marshal, and it was the nicest federal marshal that I've ever heard. Okay, he was rather calm about this man being on the loose. All right, now I think he believed that Tony might have been with Angela, but we all know that that's not the case. So he basically said that if Tony returns within the next 72 hours, they won't press charges against him. I said, so he got a weekend free. Like, who knows what's going on with Tony? Okay, who knows? But Angela has now called in her friend who she just turned down on his very weird proposal last week, okay? So that they can go and get in a car and look for Tony. And she's like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know whether he's, getting high. I don't know whether another girl is involved. She doesn't know anything. And so Tommy's like, so are you guys still together? And she's like, well, I don't want to give up on him just yet. Like, of course not. Why would I want to give up on him just yet? Like, girl. And then she makes a comment to Tommy like, what kind of idiot would run away from a halfway house? And he was like, what kind of idiot chases him? I was like, oh. Your friend trying to let you know something, girl. He think you not all right upstairs. He think you not clicking on all cylinders. And I want to agree. I want to agree with Tommy, but I'm looking at Tommy like, but you still going with her to run behind him because you have your personal feelings for her. And she knows that you have those feelings. So the fact that she is now taking advantage of that, you knew the whole time that Tommy was into you. Which makes that last little sit down seem even more cruel. The way you laughed in his face and you've never thought about having sex with him and all of this here. But you keep taking advantage of the fact that that man like really into you. And I just kind of feel like that's messed up. So we got to meet Glorietta and Alexander this episode. How many episodes deep are we in? What is this? Episode 28? And we're just now introducing a new person? Like, okay, fine. But Glorietta is the romantic type, and Alexander is the karaoke singer. He's always singing her songs. She finds it so romantic. She's into anything romantic. They are engaged. They do everything through a plate glass window, including kissing each other and grabbing each other's hands through the glass. And I'm just thinking about all of the nasty, terrible things that have been done on that glass. And you're putting your face and your lips on it. You're not really touching him. I don't understand. Send him love through the energy waves. But don't put your mouth on that glass. Like, ugh. But either way, she's planning her dream wedding and she has like a portfolio with everything that she wants inside of it. And it's like, but your man is in prison. She tells her mom, who had no idea that she was actually engaged. She just kind of heard about him in passing. Had no idea that they were on this level with it. But she says that Alexander is a great guy, okay? He writes her letters. He sings her songs, okay? And he has great tattoos. And I'm just like, none of that says he's going to treat you well. All of that is elementary, my dear. He writes you letters. He sings you songs. Girl, what? Like, you want to marry, like, that's all you have to go off. Her mom is like, girl, girl, if you don't get this craziness out of my face. And she says, oh, well, he's from a good family. He's from a nice family. She was like, Ted Bundy was from a nice family. Okay, I don't want to hear that. And, the mama's not happy about it, of course. Like, most mothers wouldn't be happy. But something about Glorietta tells me that there's a screw missing there, okay? She's just way too childlike for me, okay? In her romanticism of a man that is in prison that can't do anything for you. But her mom agrees to meet Alexander just to get a real feel of how she feels about him, because she don't know yet. Lizzie and Daniel, you guys. Okay, so I'm starting to like Daniel, and him being such a good sport online makes it even better. Like his ability to laugh at himself. On top of the fact that this episode, I actually was like, okay, Daniel isn't as bad as we all thought. Let's talk. So they go get into a heated pool at the hotel that they're staying at, and they're having a good time enjoying each other's company. He wants her to come to his welcome home party that his mom is throwing with all of his family members. Lizzie doesn't really want to come. She doesn't get along with the mom, which makes her feel like she won't get along with the rest of the family, which is not true. Okay, like 9 times out of 10, it just be the mom. Like, I'm just saying my experience. Like, but whatever. Then we have to watch them. We have to watch them get it in on the laundry room floor. And I didn't want to watch that. And apparently Daniel has apologized to all of us that had to sit through that scene. And I want to say we appreciate your apology, because we really didn't need to get that deeply into it. And then the way she was like smoking a cigarette after. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot going on in that scene. So they go to be with his family. Okay, right after that, we had to calm down first. All right, had to get her in the mood to go deal with his mama. And it's way more family than he expected. And like, it's obvious there's love in the room. Like, everybody wanted to hug him for a long time. Like, they're happy to see him. They're happy that he's out. You know, Lizzie has to introduce herself to everybody. It's kind of weird and awkward, but we get it, whatever. Eventually, everybody is around the kitchen table talking. And one of the aunts wants to know if Daniel is really done with the foolery. Are you really done with this illegal business? Are you really done with the meth and smoking it out of light bulbs? Are we done with that? And he says that yes, he is done. His record has been sealed. He doesn't have to worry about that anymore. He really can move on from here with his life and try to get it together. And the aunt has talked to Lizzie, so she feels like Lizzie is a good person for him to be with because she has her stuff together, right? Y'all know Teresa don't feel that way. Okay, Teresa, as soon as Lizzie went to the bathroom, Teresa was like, she drinks. And they were like, I mean, that's her decision. Like, it's not illegal for her to drink. She's of age. Like, what is the problem here? But Teresa doesn't want her to influence Daniel to drink. And we know what happened the last time he drank. And it's just like, honey, alcohol was not the problem. The meth was the problem. Okay, it was meth. It was meth. Not alcohol. It was meth. Okay? And as long as Lizzie isn't doing meth, I feel like we can all calm down here. Okay? But the aunt did want to know where Uncle Mike's bow and arrow were. Okay? You took Uncle Mike bow and arrow before you went to jail. What happened with that? We need to know. We couldn't trust you in our house. What's happening with that? Daniel was like, yeah, I did that. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm trying to be a new person. I'm trying to be a different person. Okay? But he does take ownership, and that was a good thing. But after Teresa, made those comments and, had all that negativity about Lizzie, they just went ahead and left together. And I did appreciate, and this is when I started to like Daniel a little bit more. Besides taking responsibility for what he had done, he was like, Mom, chill out. You don't need to talk about her like that. You don't need to make a big deal out of that. Like, chill out. Him saying that to his mom, I was like, okay, Daniel, that was nice. He handled that very nicely, because I see so many of these dudes on these shows, when their mamas be like that, they just sit there and don't say anything. And that works on my nerves. So I was like, okay, Daniel, we're paying closer attention to you. So Lacey and Shane, it's their last day together, and he's supposed to be leaving to go and stay with his dad. That's his parole situation. And they still haven't had sex. They go and spend the rest of their time on the beach. And of course, it is time for Lacey to get into what is going down with the other guy. But instead of just getting into her story, she asked him about his and how he went to jail. I think it was battery or something like that. But either way, he explains that whoever the guy was showed him some pictures in his phone of what I felt like he was saying some nude children. So he beat the guy's ass. And he beat the guy so bad, the guy's eye was all messed up. And then he ended up going to jail for 4 years, and nothing ever happened to the guy who he probably deemed was some type of pedophile. So yeah, it's really messed up. It's really messed up. He then asked her if there's anything that she has to tell him. And she admits to her relationship with another guy that's about to get out of jail. His name is John. Okay. And he feels some type of way. He's like, how would you feel if I did this to you? You know, and now he doesn't know what's going to happen in their relationship. Lacey says that that's the reason why she didn't want them to have sex yet, because she didn't know what the relationship between her and John was going to be. And she feels like she's not going to find out until he gets out of jail. So yeah, that's a mess. That's a mess. And I honestly feel like, so what did y'all think was going to happen with this relationship? I mean, he's leaving to go and stay with his dad. She lives in another place. Like, I don't know what's happening here with this situation. This just seems like a whole bunch of mess. It just seems like a whole bunch of mess. And I don't know what's wrong with Lacey, but I feel like John may not take the situation as good as Shane did. Okay, who knows? But something feels like, okay, this about to be an issue and a problem. Vincent and Amber, I want someone to go away with them. Like, get out of here. Why are y'all on this show? Y'all are not into each other at all. This is dumb, okay? So Vincent and Amber. Kathy tells Amber she sees how awkward, and Kathy is Bunny or Puppy or whatever the girl's name is that's supposed to be her prison wife. Y'all know that Amber is staying with her prison wife's mom. So basically her prison mother-in-law. Like, I don't even understand, okay? But either way, Kathy is saying that she feels like things may not be that great between Amber and Vincent because he just kind of seems awkward. She seems awkward. They don't touch each other. They don't kiss. It's not much affection happening between Vincent and Amber. Amber says that she's wondering what Vincent's motives are. Vincent asked if he can adopt her and Puppy. I was like, oh, we can adopt grown-ass people? But yes, in some states you can. Just like in some states, so many other terrible things are legal. So basically what the deal is that if Vincent can adopt these adult people in the state that they are in, he can then put them on his military file and get extra money for extra dependents. The problem is the military people were like, and you're not going to defraud the government today, good sir. No, you are not. So even though apparently he went through with the paperwork with Puppy, but you know, there was no money out of the situation, and now Amber's acting all different. And I also feel like Amber was acting as if she had no idea or didn't understand. But when Vincent talked to Kathy, Vincent said it was everybody's idea. Everybody was in on it. So Amber, don't try to play innocent and act like you ain't know what it was hitting for. That's why you was trying to have a relationship with him, because you thought you was going to be able to get some extra benefits out the situation. And then Puppy will get the extra benefits out the situation. Don't do me. Don't do me. Y'all were conning him with his dumb ass, and he was good enough to go along with it. And I don't mean good, I mean simple. But that made me feel like he can't trust her, even on that basic level. But either way, Kathy says that there's still this awkwardness, and is there really affection there? And maybe he needs to take the next step to let Amber know he's serious about her. So he goes into her room to talk to her, and he's like whispering and shit. He's like, I just really want you to know that, you know, I'm really serious about you, and I want to take this to the next level. So I'm going to look into seeing if I can get a job down here close by. And she's like, I mean, I don't know how to feel about this. Like, oh my God, like, I don't know. Like, all this is like way too much. I don't know. And I'm just like, Amber, just admit it. Just admit it. You don't want him. Just admit it. It was for the money. And now that y'all not getting the money, you are no longer interested. Just be real, be honest, girl. You ain't got to fake the funk with us. We understand. But either way, y'all, I told y'all Love After Lockup ain't really giving me nothing. How many more episodes we got in this season? How many more episodes we got before y'all give us some new people or something? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God. But anyway, you guys, that was Love After Lockup. Wasn't really much to it, but I hope y'all enjoyed the review nonetheless. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see y'all in the next one.